Hi, I'm Craig Chaquico, the original founding member and lead guitar player for Jefferson Starship and Starship, as well as being a songwriter for all those bands. I remember the first time I met Paul Kantner was playing in a band where I was wearing a fake mustache, lying about my age. And from there, Paul heard me play and Grace heard me, and I was invited to play on some of their solo albums because they knew the band leader of the band I was in at the time. They actually came to see him. And when they heard me play, they asked me to show up at a few recording sessions in San Francisco, where I was blown away to see people like Jorma Kaukonen and Jack Cassidy walking around, and the original Jefferson Airplane. They were actually working on one of the Airplane albums when I first met them, and Paul and Grace began asking me to play on their solo records, here and there with Jerry Garcia, John Cipollina, Carlos Santana, Jorma. Some of my favorite guitar players and other musicians were all part of this wonderful musical family in the Bay Area that I was invited to be part of, even as a teenager. So being the original founding member for the first Jefferson Starship album, Dragonfly, all the way to the last Starship album has given me quite a perspective and an appreciation for our original founding member and band leader, Paul Kantner. He's the one that put it all together for us, and through Dragonfly, Red Octopus, Spitfire, Earth, he wrote the songs that had the longest guitar solos pretty much with him and Pete. And during that evolution, with John Barbada, Grace Slick, Pete Sears, Marty Ballin, David Freiberg, Papa John, Paul, and then to the next iteration of the band where Mickey Thomas joined and added some amazing lead vocals with Ainsley Dunbar on drums. That was a whole new era for the band, with me writing even more guitar-based songs like Jane and Find Your Way Back. Along with all those songs that they wrote for me and let me write with them, it was a fabulous higher education, you might say. And if it wasn't for Paul kind of being the helmsman for all this, I don't think we would have had a rudder for all of these ships that kept sailing with Paul at the helm, until the end when Starship took off and did some fabulous pop songs without Paul. The guitar solos weren't as long then. So I'm really loving the fact that I can accept this award on behalf of Paul and all of the great songwriters and musicians that encouraged me to play with them in the Jefferson Starship and the mighty Airplane that came before us. It's truly an honor to be the one guy here who I always felt like I was the new kid. I didn't expect to be here this long. And now I'm here in such great company, all these bands that are here tonight, Tom Petty, and bands that I played with and toured with. I can't believe it. It's truly an honor. So thank you all. Thank you, IES, for honoring the mighty Airplane and the Jefferson Starship at your Rock Awards 2016.